The guardsmen will get their supplies.
No heaven servitors. I've probably missed so many of them already. I've tried being as thorough as I can be, but, you know, it's just what it is.
Captain Titus, you are a man of your word, my lord. Thank you.
I do my best.
What is your situation, Lieutenant?
We're gathering our wounded and are heading to the Andres habitation block to establish an outpost. With the cannon down, our support craft will land there.
Very well. My battle brothers and I must secure any operational Warlord-class Titans before the Orcs can loot them.
Good luck.
Chapter 4. Titans of Rhea. Reach the Titan Manufactorum.
Shoot those humans!
Ooh, we got more orcs.
Leg it! Takes more of that to kill an orc!
Get the boss!
Well, they're all running. Why is that? Why are they all running? Why are you running?
Why are you... It's jump pack.
Is it jump pack? Do I get another jump pack bit here? I don't remember one being this early.
Probably not. But I felt like this big open space would be improved by it.
Wouldn't it though?
It's always jump pack time.
It's always jump pack time in my heart. I was going to say, Titus, I don't know if it's actually going to be smart to be standing right in front of the door where all of those orcs just went in.
It's all good.
I
don't know anything about landmines. It's all good.
Well, I was just meaning it was gonna open up, there'd be a squad of like 40 fucking orcs aimed at the door. And a couple of blow up twigs.
Come and take.
What would you say your favorite orc story is?
There's a lot of them. It's hard to... Picking my favorite orc story is like asking me to pick my favorite child.
Their work outlived all of them.
Fair enough, fair enough. Have you
I
had
mean,
a
there was that
chance?
time that they invaded a ship and accidentally deconstructed the ship to the point where it became a weapon that blew up half a galaxy. Orcs are doofuses.
Yeah. What in Gilliman's name is that? Is that a giant train?
Housing the Titans.
That thing is a battering ram.
Board the ram. Okay. We got a ram to deal with.
Yeah, tonight, if you are wanting to listen to something, I could send you a narrative story, bit of an audiobook that you might enjoy.
Well,
It has to do with the Astra Militarum.
okay.
And they send some of the Imperial Guard to like this. I forget what planet it is specifically, but it's like a single planet. I listened to this forever ago, so I forget the main details, but
Time to die!
there's like a squad of the Astra Militarum patrolling through this like jungle planet, and they run into like very early not very early prototype orcs, I should say. Like the
Okay.
orcs are still like tribal.
Okay, gotcha.
There's like these orc tribes. It's an interesting listen. They're essentially just out here like tracking down and killing orcs. But the orcs are like in these tribes. They're like tribal orcs.
They're not really into the major clans yet. That could just mean that that specific society of orcs was very few in number.
Yeah, it's just that the orcs weren't like a major force on that planet.
They weren't a swarm army yet, which just implies that they hadn't been killed yet on that planet. Or if they had been killed, they were completely eradicated, which is also just as terrifying.
Yeah, I gotta find it again because it was forever ago. But
by
it's
all
very
means, send it
rare
my
that
way.
you get a story that focuses on the Astra Militarum doing anything. Usually it's the Space Marines. You don't get the soldiers.
Yeah, that's why the series following Myra in this game was so popular, is because she's Astra Militarum. And it shows just like the human perspective of dealing with the fall of Cadia alongside Space Marines, because basically they had to hold their own against everything, and specifically that one was a Chaos invasion as well, so they were dealing with Chaos Space Marines. And for a good portion of it, they had to hold their own by themselves, from my understanding. I haven't really looked too far into the Black Crusade, the 13th Black Crusade. I know a couple of them were just really funny. It was basically Abaddon coming out and he was just like, oh, I want to do a thing, and then immediately regretting it.
It takes place, the story I'm talking about takes place on Armageddon after the Second War.
Okay.
It deals with the Armageddon Orc Hunters.
Gotcha.
Because they were stationed on there to continue killing any pockets of orcs that cropped up. Because it takes forever to get a planet fully rid of orcs.
Right, because
they're like a
basically if you don't
fungus.
eradicate them completely, the fungus
If you don't,
just sticks around.
if you don't exterminatus the planet, then they just kind of keep growing. They're a fungus.
Yeah.
But
That's
it
why
has
I was
do
about
with
to say,
a lot
like,
of orc hunters on Armageddon, traveling through the jungle, just hunting orcs. It's about 50 minutes long, but it was an interesting listen.
have you had a chance to read any of the books I got you? About
I'm
the
reading that
Armageddon?
first one.
The
that I've been
Gaskell
reading.
one?
Yeah.
Enjoying it?
Yeah. I haven't had a lot of time to read it, but
No, I get
I have
that, I
been
get
making steady
Now
progress.
to stop this ram. Time to impact.
No more than
It's a fun
6
read.
minutes.
Time enough.
I mean, I already knew
that. A lot
a
of what
bit
it goes over.
a bit of it because I'm obviously a fan of the orcs,
Yeah, so
and I
you
knew a
looked
lot
into
about
Gaskell.
Gaskell. Yeah.
That's why I
This
got
book
it.
is the origin of Gaskell. So, like, I had context to a lot of it, but it's a fun read.
Fair.
I like his interactions with his Gretchen pal, who definitely, for sure, doesn't hate him, for sure.
For sure. They're the best of pals.
He definitely doesn't kill himself every time anything happens, ever. It's fun.
Yeah, I guess there were 3 Wars of Armageddon. The first one was specifically against Angron, I think. And then the second and third one were both Gaskell.
Crush the Space Marines!
Third one might have also been Angron a
Stop the
bit.
Space Marines!
I can't remember. Granted, if I'm trying to follow any kind of general timeline order, it's going to be a minute before I hit the War of Armageddon.
Yeah.
At least the third war. Because they're like hundreds of years apart.
Time to die!
Goodbye, sir.
Your opinion on Gork and Mork?
Gork and Mork
Who do you
are the
who do you
orc
like better,
gods,
Gork?
correct?
Yeah. Who do you like better, Gork or Mork?
I think Gork is a funnier name, so I can appreciate that. I know you've told me about the orc gods at one point, though it has been long enough that I've kind of forgotten what their whole deal was. I seem to recall that there was no orc religion at first, and then those two specifically became so intelligent that they were considered gods.
Kill him!
Sidonis, time to impact.
No.
No.
Gork and Mork have always they weren't people. They're gods.
They are gods, completely.
Yeah.
Okay. And then yes, I don't remember too much. I thought it was a thing where they were normal orcs, but because of all the stuff that they were doing, the orcs started believing that they were gods, which of course in the end, if an orc believes enough, then it just is. But that's the fun thing about them, is if enough orcs believe in Gork and Mork,
Gork and Mork
they are legitimately alive anyway.
They are real gods in the setting. They were manifested by the orcs due to the warp nonsense. You know how the orc manifests traits and emotions?
Yes.
While I get to that weapon.
Well, the orcs manifested Gork and Mork. So, it's kind of an egg and chicken situation. Which came first, really.
Yeah.
The orcs have believed in them, so of course they must believe them.
And the warp felt like providing. They were just like, yeah, no. They're real.
Yeah.
Because the warp would be that way.
Well, you know the difference in Gork and Mork.
Well, one's Gork, one's Mork.
Well, Gork is extremely brutal but cunning, and Mork is extremely cunning but brutal. It's a very important difference.
Eh. If I remember right, this part gave me such a fucking hassle.
Yeah,
last
you
time.
died like 12 times on this bit.
I can't remember what I ended up screwing
This was
up.
your major stopping point.
Yeah, I can't remember what caught me on this one. I guarantee it was this fucker right here. Yeah, this level reminds me a lot of the last level in Gears of War 1. With the whole train bit.
Yeah.
Come on. Getting very, very close, and I'm gonna be very upset if I love it here at the end. I'm being as careful as possible. Come on, come on, come on. I gotta be getting close. Oop, 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 oop. Yeah! First try!
Nice.
What am I, still only at 2 deaths? Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I would have been at like 23 my first playthrough. That one took me a while, but really did. Part 2, The Inquisitor. A Jackass Western Games.
The Manufactorum still holds.
Some Imperial Guard units made it here after all.
They cannot hold for long. We must hurry.
Stop the Orc assault.
What is that servo skull doing?
Trying to deliver a message. Must be damaged. The seal of the Inquisition. Interesting.
What is the Inquisition doing here?
We're about to find out.
This is Inquisitor Drogan. I need urgent assistance at Manufactorum Ajakis. They're after the experimental device. The device is safe for the time being. I've drawn them off. But now I'm trapped. If I die, you must keep the device out of enemy hands. Or he'll be unstoppable. I needed more time. I was nearly ready.
An experimental weapon.
We need to find the Inquisitor before the Orcs do. Keep
Indeed.
moving. Remain alert.
So we gotta go hunt down an Inquisitor.
Serve the machine god by joining corpse removal crews at your designated evacuation center.
I find the Mechanicum extremely cool.
Yeah.
I mean, there's essentially proof that the machine god exists, you know?
A lot of
Originally,
gods in 40k exists.
I mean, this is true, this is
They
true.
So
will not
many of
stop until
them.
they break through that gate.
We must disable that crane.
Well, for a long time, they thought that the Emperor was the machine god, I believe. Or, at
The
least they thought it was
Emperor
the
went out of his
Omnicide.
way to... Yeah, the Emperor went out of his way to not dissuade them. He
Yes.
wanted the Mechanicus to think it was him.
Yeah, if I remember correctly,
Because they provide the protect.
yes.
They provide the weapon.
Yeah, you don't fuck with the people who provide all your big fancy gear. If I remember right, like in the Mechanicum book like 9 or 10, I can't remember. But the Mechanicum novel, there's this whole bit where they delve into some of like when the Emperor originally came to Mars. And one of the biggest things was, like, he dropped on Mars and dealt with the beast and what have you. And they were just like, oh god, this man must be the Omnicide. And in the novel, you find out that the Emperor planted that beast to kill it later. So that they would believe. If I remember right, that is exactly what happens. And I just want like, man, the more and more you hear about Big E, he is such a fucking dick.
He did what he thought was right.
He
I can't disagree with his reasoning. It's just a shame he didn't see everything.
But few of us can, you know? How can you...
Yeah.
The man lived for literal millenniums, so, like, you know...
Well,
I
I'm
can't
just saying,
fault
you know,
him. I can
he
fault him,
should-
but I
should-
can't fault him.
He should have gotten good.
He should have.
Which, I mean, there's current theories out there that he's stealing.
Today was a good day. We were clearing a foundry of orcs. I heard a banging from inside the furnace. It's a good thing I didn't throw a grenade inside because it was full of civilians. Starving, scared, some no more than kids. But still alive. Cheered everyone up to see them. Gives us something worth fighting for, you know? Now we've just got to keep the orcs away from them.
What do you think the Emperor would do if he got off the throne?
Probably lead a war.
Do you think he would do
I
another
imagine
Great
that'd be the
Crusade?
first thing. The first thing he would do would ask where his sons are, figure out where everyone is, and then he'd probably go, "We got some people to kill."
Fair enough, fair
Because
enough.
in 40K, what else can you do? It's not like he can, you know. I can't ignore what's going on.
Right. But I was just... Like, I don't think he's going to wake up anytime soon. But, like...
You won't. Realistically speaking, he's not moving from that chair anytime soon.
Right. Do I see them maybe doing it as a plot point at some point? Yes. But I don't think it'll be anytime soon. I mean, hell, they just brought Gilliman back. He's just a basic Primarch. I could definitely see him running like another Great Crusade, but this time, you know, expelling chaos from the Imperium and what have you. I guess another question is, do you think he'd try and get rid of religion again?
I think he definitely would disagree with how fanatical people are, but the Emperor is also, as we've already pointed out, very cunning. So he might just not deal with it right now to use it to his advantage.
Use the Inquisition and the Sisters of Faith to a point.
He wouldn't actively go out of his way to like encourage it, but I think he would use it to his advantage.
Well,
like I
I
said,
mean,
he can't really focus on other things until the current situation is dealt with.
Right.
So I don't think he would stop everything to fight against, you know.
Yeah, they're not going to
religious
have another
protest.
civil war right now if there was other things going on, because, like, if he started a civil war first thing, chaos could definitely pop in on
You would
that.
just get a Horus Heresy Part 2 Electric Boogaloo.
And it would just be 10 times worse.
Because now you got all the other factions
Forward.
who would take advantage of the
Clear out the
situation.
orcs.
Exactly.
More than they did the first time around.
Yeah, exactly. And they were already very involved with the original Horus Heresy.
Oh, that cannon. Even a single shot will blast right through the gates.
We cannot allow that.
Well, let's turn this bad boy off. Let me go ahead and check some weapons here.
Realistically, from a Games Workshop point of view, that Emperor's not moving.
Yeah, I mean, it behooves them to leave him on the throne for right now.
They like
because they
keeping
would have to
things-
change a lot in
Yeah.
order for him to come back.
They like keeping things like, you know, they like the business as usual.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta keep the war going.
This is Captain Titus of the Ultramarines. Identify yourself.
This is Corporal Antioch, sir. That is, my lord.
I need access to the Manufactorum, Corporal.
There is a service lift in the hangar directly below where you drop the cargo, my lord. We can meet you there.
Stand ready. We will be there shortly. Titus out.
Reach the Titan Manufactorum. Yeah, I don't see them reviving the Big E anytime soon.
That huge gate.
Because they would have to change a lot around
to bring the access bridge down,
to
robbing
account
the
for them.
orcs of their advantage of numbers.
That's assuming he's back at full power. There's a good chance that even if he gets off the throne, that he's not going to be active for a long time. But even the fact that they're suggesting he might be able to get off the throne at some point is enough to ponder about.
Just the theory that he might not be totally gonzo.
I mean, essentially, he's just sitting there as a giant battery keeping Chaos from landing on Terra.
Well, we've already confirmed we know he's conscious. He's aware of what's going on. At least he's not brain dead.
Yeah, he's not brain dead.
You can talk to him technically.
Yeah, they'll just
I
need
know-
more human sacrifices that day.
Yeah, I know Gilliman has talked to him, like actually held a conversation with him since he's come back.
Yeah. He basically went up and he was like, what's been happening? What do you want me to do? And he basically got put in charge.
1,000 mental voices hit him psychonetically and he like almost had a stroke.
I mean, wouldn't you? Yeah, like I said, I imagine that conversation had a lot of sacrifice involved with it. Because I guarantee each time that the Emperor replied, they had to go through like hundreds to thousands of cycles to withstand that and keep him powered.
My lords, you must hurry. The greenskins are on the move again. If they find the access point we are using, we will not last long.
Good. Yeah, you're definitely not wrong, though. I don't think he would immediately try and get rid of it. And honestly, there's a good chance he learned from his mistakes due to the Horus Heresy that he might not try to abolish it at all. Because a lot of the cause of the Horus Heresy was the fact that they just didn't know what chaos was. Because he hid that from humanity.
Right.
Indeed it is.
Corporal Antioch, we are in position.
Excellent, Captain. I'm sending the lift up now.
Did you know that there's a novelization for the entire Dawn of War series as well?
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, that's one that I definitely
You
need to
finished
get
Dawn of
through.
War?
No,
We're on like the
Antioch,
last
hold the
mission.
lift.
I
Orcs
was.
inbound.
That's sad.
I know.
Dawn of War 2's campaign is co-op.
I know.
I was waiting to play through it.
I know. I'm gonna get around to it. There's just a lot of games I'm playing right now.
The thing about Dawn of War 2 is that it's not really an RTS like the first one.
Really?
It kind of is, but it's not really an RTS like StarCraft. It's a squad RTS.
Oh, gotcha.
So you're not like
So it's kind of
moving
like
around.
the Ghost mission.
Yeah, it's not like moving around giant armies. You got like squads.
Gotcha. Yeah, StarCraft had a handful of missions where it was like, you have a set number of units, make sure they survive this.
Yeah, that's kind of how 2 is. Oh, I imagine we split control over this squad.
Fair.
Either that or we get 2 squads. I don't know. I played the tutorial and it was fun. And then I found out it was co-op and I was like, oh, we should definitely blend play.
You know, if I'm correct, this is actually the first Warhammer game that I've actually played completely. And it's also going to be the first one going on the channel, I think.
Did you end up uploading any of the Deathwing stuff?
I don't believe I did.
I don't know.
I could double check.
That would have been the only other thing we did for Warhammer was. Can't think of anything else we would have played. So if we want motivation to finish Rogue Trader, we should play through Rogue Trader.
That's definitely probably going to be one that we plan on doing. Our next big one is Divinity.
Yeah, they've had like 7 major patches to the game since we stopped playing. Now you can start the game from the very beginning and go up.
Yeah, and that always happens to be the case with the tabletop RPGs, like the classic style ones. Is that they usually, CRPGs. They usually end up requiring a couple updates to work out all the weird kinks.
But now we really should get around to playing it.
Yeah, no, I've been looking forward to it, but it was definitely a situation where I knew if we waited a little bit, it would improve. Yeah. And that was in fact the case.
Yeah, it's been patched a bunch.
Yeah. Get wrecked, scrub. Yeah, that's probably going to be a situation where we hit that up after we played through Divinity Original Sin again. That or, you know...
Which I also have installed.
Yeah, I've had it installed for a minute, but I've been needing to clear up some space. And doing stuff like this doesn't help, but, you know.
Fairly an inconvenience, it's fine.
Yeah.
Space Marines don't match.
I think I still have Dead Rising 2 that we need to get done. Been waiting on the outro for that one.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, my lord.
We have word that an Inquisitor...
Yeah, for this one, I'll probably just do like a
Yes,
static
Lord
stream.
Drogon. We have not seen him
Though,
for several days.
maybe we can do an animation for the second game.
Has the Liberation fleet arrived, my lord?
The fleet is still en route, Corporal. The Ultramarines are here as a vanguard. To cripple the enemy and secure the most valuable assets.
I see.
But the facility and its titans remain secure.
All I can say for certain is that no orc has breached this gate, my lord.
Contact Lieutenant Mira. Her unit is establishing a bastion in Hab Center Andres, and your support craft now have a viable approach from orbit.
What of the Colonel and his staff?
They did not survive.
But yeah, I need to finish editing Elden Ring, because I haven't done that. I'm still editing the Origins files, plus I just finished Dragon Age 2, so I'm gonna have to edit through all that real quick. Though that can be an
It just
over...
released a 40-minute
Here we
gameplay
are,
video
my
for Veilguard, by the way.
thanks, Corporal.
Ooh, very nice, very nice. Yeah, my plan is to...
I don't know if you saw that or not.
I have not, no. My plan is to try and get through Inquisition as quick as possible. I'm not worried about getting Veilguard episodes up very soon, but I know I'll want to play it as soon as it releases, so I'm trying to get through everything as quick as possible, and then I'll edit the files as I get to it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, in that situation, I'll probably end up compressing the Inquisition files and the Veilguard files until I have time to get to them. I don't know. We'll see.
Right.
I mean, the biggest reason I quit the channel previously was due to oversaturation.
Overwhelming. Yeah.
So, and the fact that I just wasn't playing anything because I was like, I want to do this for the channel. So, if it becomes a situation where I'm just like, I'm nowhere near ready, but I want to play it, then it's just going to be what it is.
Yeah, I mean...
But in that situation with Dragon Age games, I think it's really nice to play it blind.
I doubt even
Yeah, but even if you don't, it lets you choose different choices.
Indeed.
This is true.
We must
This is
find this
true.
Inquisitor and the Titan Invictus.
But regardless,